Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and watching Global Governance Mysteries. Today program we're going to discuss about some Khalistani miscreants just trying to just attack and already he attack on the on Lalit Jha, Lalit K. Jha, the US-based journalist who was just tried to cover the Khalistan protest, Khalistani miscreant protest on an Indian embassy in Washington last 2 days back. So this is so actually our country Bharat is not for the violence. We are always advocate non-violence, as our Mahatma Gandhi advocated just truth and non-violence, and just now at the same place our Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi always advocate for the non-violence, truth, and for the country. Lalit Jha is a Washington-based journalist working for PTI since 2009, and he's also current member of the White House Press School. He has been the professional journalist for more than 20 years, worked in India, Bharat also, as well as he's working in USA also. As we know it, the world's oldest democracy, United States, and the largest democracy is Bharat. Obviously, he has covered both to the highest peak of the governance also, and as well as he already worked for the premier just daily of Bharat, India, Indian Express, uh, Hindu like newspaper, NDTV, INS. Now he has been just done a lot for the reporting and set the many milestone. So I introduced Lalit Jha. Welcome Lalit ji in our special program. Just after just how we all just Indian and Bharatiya journalists were such shocked to hear the news how they so-called, I am using word Khalistani miscreant, not the I think extremist word is also not good for them. Really hooligans we can say, just trying to make the hue and cry, whatever, just to defame Bharat, whatever trying to be. So what was the incident just we came across in Washington last days? Please just tell us, our viewers, how it happened, why happened, how it just escaped it from that.
Thank you to inviting me to your show, and it's my pleasure to be here and give answer your questions about the incident. But before I start it, I would like to thank the US Ticket Service and for protecting me when the incident was happening and helping me do my duty, which is the coverage of the protest by Sikh separatists. Uh, the incident happened on Saturday. I think I saved myself not much injuries, escaped unhurt because of the presence of Secret Service and also the blessings. I came directly to this event after my weekly round to the temple, Siva Vishnu temple in nearby. When I reached there around 12, the protest was supposed to start at 12. The protesters started coming by 12:10 in cars and vans and SUVs. I parked my car over there and saw they were bringing their flags, batons. And what unique struck me was they had two bunches of wooden rods. Normally, since I have covered the protest for so long, I have never seen protesters coming out with such wooden rods. It means they had intentions, malified intentions of potential violence, and I was I was a little bit scared because we have seen what has happened at the Indian High Commission in London, and I have seen the glimpses of what has happened at the Indian Consulate in San Francisco. So at around 12:30, I came out of my car where I had parked and I started covering it. These days, journalists, as you know, are used to do multitasking. They not only write, but they take pictures and videos. So that's what I was trying to do. Uh, I can't hear you. आपकी voice नहीं आ रही है. Probably you're muted.
Now clear?
हाँ ठीक है हाँ.
Okay, please. Please
So,
carry on.
as it happens in every protest, you go and cover it, right? You stay at a distance, start taking pictures, videos, and talk to people. So that's what I did. And as it happens in everywhere, the organizers come to you. They see you as a journalist. They come to you. They ask about you. They take their numbers. You exchange emails. They send you press releases, pictures after the event. Right? So one gentleman came during the event. While I was doing that in the first few minutes, one gentleman came and asked me, "What's your name?" I told him what my name is. Where do you work for? I told him I work for PTI. I'm coming here to cover your protest. Then he wanted to ask me what I'm going to write. I said, I'm a reporter. Whatever you're going to do,
This
I'll
is
be
very,
writing about.
very, very absurd question. Just like the that person type just asking what you write. This is not your right to just ask, right? What we're going to write or not. Really nonsense.
Yeah, so this is what he insisted. He asked this question multiple times, and I gave him the same answer. After that, he became aggressive, and he started putting the Khalistani flag, in front of my mobile phone and my face. So every time he did it, I moved 2 steps backward or 2 steps on left hand side or right hand side, so that I can continue the slogan raising protest, who are raising slogans against India and Prime Minister. So every time I do that happened for next 5 6 minutes. I don't remember the time frame, but I started. They kept me pushing backwards. At one point of time, I reached near the rope of the embassy from where I cannot be moved.
I think this person already viral in the social media and all. I think this type of fellow just looking in the fix.
Yeah, he was a gentleman. I don't know him. I have never met him. I don't know where he is, where he lives. This is the first time I saw him.
Okay,
So he put his at some point of time he put his elbow in front of my mouth or nose,
okay,
and I felt that the moment my any part of my body touches him, he will become violent and he will physically assault me. Naturally, he's much more healthier and well-built man than me.
yeah.
I feared for my safety, and then I told to him, "Look, I'm going to call 911 because I think this is not heading the right way. You are not only obstructing me doing my work, but also I feel that then my personal safety will be at stake." So I started moving briskly towards DuPont Circle, and when I moved 10 15 steps ahead, I saw on the red line a Secret Service man standing on the corner. That gave me some sense of relief. I rushed to him. I knocked on his windows. He dropped down the windows and asked me what happened. I said, "Look, I'm a journalist. I came here to cover the protest by these separatist sects. And these people are obstructing me from doing my duty, and I feared personal safety from them." So he came out.
Okay,
The moment he came out, these separatist six gentlemen went back, and in Punjabi told his own guys, the protester, "Look, this Hindu dog is ran is scared and is hiding behind the police."
oh my God. So
So
I think they are not the Hindus. Just how I'm feeling now.
so
How the
they
Khalistani is, how the Sikh is not Hindu. If they are weird turban and the following the Guru Sahab and all.
they are look, Sikhism has a great contribution where
Yeah.
India stands now in our fight in hunger, in national security measures, and political independence. Remember Bhagat, Indian Lal Bal Pal, right?
Yeah. You're right.
Bhagat Singh, right? Everyone came from there. They give a
How Guru
and
Gobind Singh just contributed the whole family and life.
and and then you have Green Revolution. At one point of time, after independence, we're importing our food grains. It's the people of Punjab, the Sikh community, which gave are now producing so much food that we're exporting, right? First, so they have an immense contribution. So, but they don't represent Sikhs. Neither they are the voice of the Sikh. They are even less than 1% of the Sikh community who are disgruntled, who have been demotivated, who are
What
playing
is the
parts of different.
percentage of Sikh community in USA at present?
They no, they are very less. Means these people don't represent the voice of the majority of Sikhs in the U.S. But
Okay.
since they are though they are in the path of violence, so not many people want to confront them. That's the only issue. So
I think
what?
they are all paid workers, like just not the moment, just how the movement was done and the movement just organized.
So
So they are
I sense that they had come there with the intention of doing violence over there.
okay. But
So
due to
while
due to alertness of U.S. police, they could not do anything.
yeah, so while I was covering the protest, in between someone will come, even youth, young kids, 18, 19, 20 years old kid will come and ask me, put the phone on my phone or near my face, ask me, hey, what are you doing? Why you are here? What is your name? I always tell them, sometimes I'll tell them, but later on I kept quiet. I was just doing my job, so that they shouldn't. The entire thing was provocative. They were taking pictures of mine, and
Okay.
and that made me more scared. Right? Protesters
But
normally don't
but
take
but
pictures
Lalit
with
ji,
us.
you should be alert in future also. You just report to the U.S. authority and the
Pictures,
Indian embassy
videos,
also.
videos of mine. So while I was standing with the Secret Service, three people were there, a few people were there. These few of them again came after all these provocative things, and the Secret Service was quite cool, quite patient, quite listening to them. So they got encouraged, right? That nothing is going to happen to us. We can do anything that we want to do. So one of them came and threatened the Secret Service, "Hey, this person needs to leave now. This is my land." And he said that if he doesn't leave this place, there's going to be violence. And in that violence, if there's some physical assault of this journalist, don't blame us. They have become so overconfident and emboldened. I haven't seen this kind of reaction of thing from the protesters here in the US. So while they were doing so, the second gentleman came and started abusing me and the prime minister. And I put fortunately while I was recording the protest, they came in, so my camera was on. So,
Okay. So
so
do you have some recorded footage, something? Can you show
I can
us,
send that to you. I can send that to
please?
you. Yeah. So then they purposefully hit me on my ear. He said that is unintentional, but it was 100% intentional to do. It hurt me. Today I'm just coming from the doctors. They have asked for the CT scan of my head. As a precaution measures, I don't think there's external thing. They did check up. There's some. I had headache for 2 days. Some eye drops are coming up. Tears are coming in my eyes. So we'll go through the regular process. So this is what happened. The Secret Service told them, look, this is the place, this is the federal land. He has all the rights to cover your protest and walk around you. You cannot obstruct him.
Okay.
The Secret Service also asked me if I would like to complain or if I am okay. Do they need to take some action? I said no. Please don't take any actions. Let them do what they want to do. The protest as long as it's peaceful. After that, the Secret Service people told him, look, this time we are not doing anything against you, but if there's a repeat, you know the consequences. So a strong warning was given, and immediately after that, I saw he was passing some message to his other
Okay.
colleagues on the internal communication system, and immediately I saw 5 6 more van came in. So they were very alert. They were protecting the rights of every American citizen to protest First Amendment, right? At the same time, they were giving all the security and all taking all the measures so that a journalist can cover the protest peacefully. So hats off to them. As in India, as where the police and the security forces are very patient, handle the protest. So
So actually, due to alertness of the security forces in USA, you just have saved your life.
right, right. I hope.
Just you just narrated the things and just how you came across such bad experiences. This should not be.
I owe my well-being to them. Definitely,
Yeah.
there's no
So,
doubt about
so,
that.
so thanks God and thanks to the U.S. authority and just also just how you just narrated the tweeted also just Indian embassy and U.S. also just and our NSA also played the good role. So thanks to all, thanks to the both government and governance of U.S. and India. So actually, just stay with us at this time of break, and I'll also want to just listen that something recorded if you have, just to our viewers. So stay with us. After break, we'll come to you and just our talks will be on. Just talk the why this Khalistani type and what is Khalistani movement and extremism and miscreant, whatever. Just we'll discuss on. Welcome to the break. We're just talking with Mr. Lalit JHA, US based chief US correspondent of PTI, just who came across the bad accident by the Khalistani miscreant on last Saturday in Washington, D.C. Just how we just shared his just traumatic experiences just could not be in future either US and UK and any part of world. I think is not possible in India. What Bharat, what we try to be create the last year of the in the name of Kisan movement. So, Lalit, how does you think that this Khalistani movement or miscreant or whatever extremists will something will be do for that just to destabilize Bharat, just India the structure and nowadays and just to only send the wrong messages to the concern. India is not a good place, nice place. And what do you think? What is the politics behind it internally and the global level?
Look, sorry. Look, my own sense is that the adversaries of India don't want India to emerge. India has already emerged as a strong player and have a strong leadership and a stable government in India. Primarily because if India has a weak leadership and an unstable government, one of India's important adversaries, whose main ambition is to become the superpower, think that their ambition would be challenged. They will not be able to achieve that ambition if India has a strong leadership and a stable government. That's why the entire focus is to create an environment before the next year's 2024 election, which sends a message to the rest of the world that India no longer has this, India might not have a stable government and a strong leadership. That's the political reason for it. There's economic reason as well. After COVID and because of other factors, stealing of intellectual property, lot of countries, lot of Western companies are moving away from them. In fact, fleeing away from that country, and where they are going. Right? India is one of the prime destinations. This scares them. If India becomes a manufacturing hub, which India is already a IT superpower, a pharmaceutical superpower, right? So
Yeah.
this will be a big challenge to the economic might. The economic will decline, right? So if they able to create an image of India in the West, from where these companies are planning and going to India, investing massively, that India is no longer a safe haven for their FDI, right? Through these small protests in the Western countries, violent protests, these companies, Western companies, might be able to think twice for their decision on going to India or not. They are going to India anyhow, but they want
Okay.
to
Okay.
delay this, delay their decision making process for another few years. Right. That's why you will see in the recent past, in couple of months, and going to increase in the next few years, next several months as well.
So do you think that
Violent protest.
due to Lok Sabha elections, some country just opponents of Bharat and India, they are trying to uh, show the this is India is not a happening place. India is so an unstable country, not properly safe for the business and all. Do you think like that?
That's the goal. That's the goal, and that's why you will see that the violence has happened. Unprecedented level of violence has happened in London against India's High Commission in London,
Yeah, yeah.
India's consulate in San Francisco, and thanks to the alertness shown by the Secret Service and other security services in Washington D.C., their goal was prevented in Washington D.C. this Saturday. Right. That's why you
So,
will see.
so can you tell me, Lalit, sorry, I'm bit intervention. Who are instigating them this type of miscreant just to do it? Although we know, they also must know Khalistan is not going to be just a form. It at any cost. More than
What is
long
the
years, more than 100 years of history. And
what
last
is the
80
reason
years,
it is
how the
called?
Indira Gandhi created the Vinder Bale, and just he was always saying in the interview, BBG said, I मैंने तो मांगा नहीं खालिस्तान. Always in interview, if you go to history.
One of the reason my analysis is based on very fact. Since I've been covering the county for so long, I know they have very less support, municipal support from the community. Those who are protesting against India right now, these are the same people, same group of people, not more than 100 or 100 plus, who had protested against Sonia Gandhi, filed cases against Sonia Gandhi. I filed cases against then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. When he came here, they had a protest against him as well. Now they're doing the same with the Prime Minister Modi as well. Right.
My God. Oh
So,
my God.
so you, this needs to be seen that these people are not against who is India's leader. These people are only against that India should not have a good leader, a strong leader, and India should remain unstable, a weak
So
government.
they're jealous to India progress, Bharat progress.
As far
I
as
think so.
Khalistani is concerned, I don't think it's going to ever happen inside India. There are no takers for Khalistan inside India and outside India. But I'll say this, right? What the then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, when she went to Pakistan at the
Yeah,
top of
very
the state
historical
side,
statement. Yeah, yeah.
she said, "Look, if you feed milk to your snake in your backyard and think that it will bite only the neighbors, don't. It's not correct, right? You are living in the fullest paradise. It will bite you first, right?"
Yeah.
The way the protest I saw, the aggressiveness I saw in these youths of 18, 19, 20, 22 years old, right? And the very fact that no action, no arrest has been made so far against those who did the violence, and that's in violation of Vienna Convention of Indian consulate in San Francisco. Those who are indulging in violence are still sitting outside. The videos are available, footage is available. There's no arrest made. If if Western countries are going to tolerate that kind of violence, right, and no action will be taken, right, these elements will turn into the country where they live themselves, right, and they will be the first law breakers inside the country. India knows how to handle these terrorists, how to handle the separatist movement, and India has a much better experience, much mature experience than the
Yeah.
Western
You're right.
countries
You're right.
of
You're right.
handling the separatist movement. Will be
You're right.
handling it much better. These terrorists, extremists are living 1,300 miles away from India, right? They might not even go to India. They have never been to India, right?
Do we think, Lalit, one question to you? Do you think the government of India, government of Bharat should just take the action against those miscreant relative, other those who have the OCI that should be cancelled accordingly?
No, I'm not in favor of that. I'll tell you why. Even within the families, right? There will be one or two people supporting India, supporting Khalistan, but majority of people, right,
Yeah, yeah.
are against them, right? Although
Okay.
they are not coming out vocally against them, right, but they don't support their activities, right? So why we should penalize those who are? Our job should be to bring more supporters, not to antagonize them, right? At the end of the day, they are persons of Indian origin, right? We should be welcoming them, right? Those who break law, those who indulge in violence, definitely action should be taken against them. But
Okay.
those, the family member, I am not in favor of that. If you ask me, that's my personal view.
No, okay, but do you think that the party like the AAP who just ruling the Punjab after coming the power, that this type of miscreant and this type of incident has just increased like anything?
Yeah,
What?
true. It has increased. This is a issue of serious concern. Uh, Based on my own analysis, I was expecting this when they came to power. Uh, and the party needs to have look, I'm staying far away from the country. I don't live there, so I'm not I don't claim that I know the ground realities. I don't know them much, but I think this is a matter of serious concern that if they have a national ambition, and I know they have, to
Yeah.
rule the country, to be the largest power party, to replace the Congress, to be in power in Delhi one day, if that's the ambition, national security and territorial integrity is the most important part. I define national security in two ways for every country, right? Welfare of the people and territorial integrity. Right? The way the Khalistan movement is being provided oxygen in Punjab right now and overseas definitely doesn't bear good for a party like Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay. So do you think that the whole incident, not just internationally, either in Canada and Australia and the US and UK, according to my reports, so China is just instigating those extremists and the miscreant for against Bharat, India?
Look, I will not like to name any one country, but it is obvious that one particular country which has its ambition to become the sole superpower of the world thinks that India is coming in the way of getting their dream. They are almost there.
Okay.
They are
So just
almost
just
there.
just just in pandemic phases, everybody knows this. Just Wuhan is now just the WHO's name is the Wuhan Health Organization. How just pandemic created and just still, so many parts of the China is in the grip of just pandemic in the corona. They,
Look, when I would like,
on the contrary, India has just saved the country more than 100 countries. Just they have just sent the packets and distributed the vaccines free of cost. This is the difference between two countries. We are for the humanity, they are for the destruction, we are for the construction.
look, as far as India is concerned, every Indian believes in the concept of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam.
Yeah,
For us, entire family is the world. So when you consider a part of a family, you always help them. You always care
yeah,
for them.
yeah.
That is what India has done, not only now, even in the past as well. After 70 years, last 70 years of our independence, we have consistently helped the rest of the world, right? With whatever capacities we have, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, we
but
feel Atiti Devo Bhava. Who are they? Just came in. They are just like the God. We feel it, we consider it. So Lalit, it's so nice of you just you shared your thoughts and views on this on the just Khalistani miscreant. Do you have some video? Just if you have some capture, can you show it?
I don't have on this iPad, but I can send it to you. Uh,
No
let me
problem.
let me try if I can get that. No, I don't have it here.
No
So
problem. No problem. No,
okay.
not an issue. No, next time we'll see. So nice of you just to share a view and thanks a lot of thanks. Just to be safe and healthy, and also just as for just country you are just have been doing just living in US and thanks to the US government, also US secret force, and as well as the government of India, government Bharat, just do it in your case also, and you also condemned it. Many journalistic organization condemned the incident uh, in US against you or whatever try to doing, but they will not succeed because they are all negative people and destructive people, and that can't be succeed as we think, and how this country is growing and how the friendship of US and India is growing like anything. So nice of you, thank you, and we'll keep in touch with all latest input. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you again. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Thank you.